My fondest memories of my childhood are those of going to sleep in a nice, safe place and hearing the sounds of family or friends playing music, singing, or even just chatting. There's a certain feeling you get in this situation, a warm feeling. Drifting off to sleep as friends chatter around you. This feeling is knowing you are loved. I was assigned to discuss the concept of love, yet love is a pretty thoroughly addressed subject. It's only been the topic of every song and poem since Shakespeare. I'll do my best to provide a new take on it. A lot of people think of love as the strong attraction between two adults who have been together for a long time. They see love as that connection you feel when you found your soulmate and know you want to spend the rest of your life with them. This is love, yet for me, love is so much more than that. I see love every time a mother reads her children a story. I see love every time a dad tosses his son a baseball. I see love every time a family puts up a Christmas tree together. I see love in every family, huddled around the fireplace in the winter. I feel the love in our community as we sing Christmas carols and pass around candles on Christmas Eve. Recently, in youth, we've been focusing on relationships. We've talked about maintaining and strengthening our existing relationships, but also forging new ones. We've learned through our discussions, but also through the words of Christ, that relationships and friendships are only possible through love. The best way to make friends is to eliminate and repress any hate you feel for them, and instead love them. You can find a way to love anybody. These are the teachings of Christ. I once heard the story of two old men meeting in a French cafe in Normandy. One of the old men, James Martin, had been an American soldier during the D-Day invasion. The other man, Eric Vasseur, had been a young Nazi soldier who fought on the other side of the battle. They met 70 years later to share their stories. Over the course of a few days, they formed a strong friendship. They connected and bonded over their shared experiences. They put to rest any hate or animosity between them. When their meeting was over and both had gone back to their homes, a young man approached the American, Martin, and asked how he could forgive the ex-German soldier for all the atrocities of the war. To this, Martin responded, "Governments come and go, and they do things we don't like, but our friendships are forever." Martin understood that the key to reconciliation and forgiveness is love. Rather than pointing fingers and blaming and hating, Martin chose to love his enemy. By doing this, he put the war behind them and formed a lifelong friendship. We can learn a lot from these old soldiers. The main takeaway is that love can overcome all hostilities and resentments. Love can connect anyone and everyone. Love is the key to peace, hope, and happiness. Thank you.